Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. I wanted to be here to give something to you today, and I don't quite know what that thing is yet, but it's coming, I promise. It always happens, whether I know what I want to talk about or not. I do have a little update in terms of how my 30 and 30 challenge is going, and the tagline that I would give it is, it's working. It is definitely working. I know it's working because I want more than anything to quit right now. I want to stop doing it. I don't want to do any more videos on it. And here's why it's working for that reason. It's because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the consequences of continuing. I'm afraid of consequences that I won't be happy about. I noticed that some of my recent videos haven't been getting the same engagement, the same attention, the same response as my videos in the past. That makes me really self-conscious sometimes. I've gotten a couple not so incredible comments as well, and I'll be honest, I usually leave them there. Many times I also respond because I use it as an opportunity to practice love in the face of something that can definitely make me afraid. But pretty much I see this trend that these videos that I'm making for the 30 and 30 challenge are not being picked up the same way. And there's almost a part of me that's a little bit embarrassed, a little bit scared that, say, my channel as a whole is going to start taking a downwards turn. And it's all of these things popping up into my head that are becoming signs, becoming clues to tell me, to show me that I have to keep going, I have to commit, because this is exactly why I'm doing it in the first place. I initially started this challenge because my goal was to just sell one thing. The reason it's structured the way it is because I didn't even know what I wanted to sell. I've tried selling things in the past that never really became quite successful, and because of that, I sat back and wondered, what is it that I really have to offer? What do I have to sell? So the ultimate goal was to just sell one thing in the next 30 days. I'm giving people a lot of options and just seeing what people resonate with, what people like. And somewhere along the lines over these past few weeks, it shifted from that focus to, well, I'm okay if nothing sells, I just want good engagement. Yeah, those goals can often go parallel, they could work with each other, but I'm experiencing this very specific situation where they're not running together, where they actually split off. Because I can either focus on the engagement, and if the engagement goes down, I want to quit, or I could focus on just that one sale. And if I just want that one sale, the best thing for me to do is to keep going, to do so much quantity that it would be unreasonable not to find even a shred of success, you know? So this is actually teaching me that without realizing it, my mindset shifted, it changed to one that wasn't serving me, and I get to course correct right now. And here's my download to you, now that I shared all this and I've actually thought it through. One thing that you have to do for yourself if you want to achieve anything in your life, it's that you have to be committed to your own word. If you say you're going to do something, you have to commit to doing it. Because if you don't, what are you teaching yourself? What habits are you reinforcing? If you were talking to another person who constantly lied to you or constantly gave up on the things that they committed to you to do, how would you feel about that person? Would you trust them to get things done? Will you trust them to be honest? No! That same way, if you keep lying to yourself and falling through on your own commitments to yourself, how can you trust yourself? How could you believe in yourself? It is so important for you to teach yourself that your word matters. To teach yourself that when you say you're going to do something, you'll do it. Other people, they're going to behave the way they behave. Sometimes you can trust them, sometimes you can't. You can't control any of that, but you can control yourself. When all things are going well, it's easy to keep our word, but the important times, the real crucial times to keep your word is when things aren't going so well, when it's hard to keep your word, when you're struggling, when you're down, it can be so hard. But at the same time, so worth it when you do. I'm going to continue and I'm going to keep working hard because I know a few weeks back I made this commitment. I made this commitment to follow through and I will do it. In that same way, at the beginning of this year, I made a commitment to make these videos every single day. And now here's the thing. After this month, after I finish this 30 and 30 challenge, I don't ever have to do this again. I don't have to make the same commitment because I haven't made that commitment yet. I haven't made that decision yet. I'm not letting myself down in that regard yet. I can choose to do it again, and if I do, I will follow through again. But I don't have to if I don't want to. I just have to worry about this time, right now. I've said it here before, I don't know if next year I'm going to keep doing everyday videos. I think I will, they just might look a little bit different. They're not going to be these daily podcasts. It might be twice a week I do this podcast, and the other days of the week I try something new, I try something different. Or maybe I will do it every day. I haven't reached that point yet. I'm just following through on the commitment at hand. And I keep repeating the same thing because I don't know how else to put it, really. I want you to trust yourself and to believe in yourself, because if you don't do that, if you can't do that, how can anyone else? And if you take it a step further, if you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? I really just want all of us to experience more love. And love shows up in many different ways. It's not always easy. Honestly, it's rarely easy, but it is always worth it. Love is worth it. Because even if you give love to a person who can't return it, you at least practice and you at least grow for yourself. You practice that muscle of love, and you'll get stronger. You'll have more to give for next time. The more we want to quit, the more we have to keep going. Go until you've fulfilled your commitment. I make my commitments in a way that I know they're aligned with what I want and why I want it. I know that they're aligned with my goals and my vision and the outcomes that I want to achieve, so that later on, when I don't feel like doing whatever it is I committed to, I know it's because there's something getting in the way. There's something that is trying to be an obstacle, usually something that I'm afraid of. I know that's not me at my peak state. At my peak state, I commit and I keep going with no hesitation. I set myself up in a way with these commitments that I know they're for the best. I know they're for me to learn and grow and to experience something new. And I only really make commitments, honestly, when I'm at a peak state, when I'm in this beautiful state of mind of clarity and belief and love. Commitments when I'm afraid rarely follow through. They just don't have the same juice, the same drive. I know I'm a love machine. I have so much love waiting inside of me to be distributed, to be shared with the world. And so in doing this practice, in these episodes, in the 30 and 30 challenge, I know I'm just testing out little ways of dropping more love. And yeah, things may be slow right now. Things may seem a little bit backwards even, like I'm slipping. But I know that it's more similar to a slingshot, and the slingshot is getting pulled back, and eventually it'll get let go, and I will go shooting forward at record speeds. In that way, I know that I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing. In that way, I know that I am going to end up exactly where I'm meant to end up. You know, whatever my destination may be. What I'm more focused on is myself in progress. Progress is really cool, actually, now that I take a moment to just pause and think about it. Progress is where happiness comes from. If you ever want to feel more happy, here are my pro tips. Find something that you want, be clear about what that is, really ask yourself why you want it, and then just take one small step to get closer. Lastly, celebrate. Pat yourself on the back, cheer, clap, do whatever you have to do to show yourself that you made a little bit of progress. And I promise, if you do exactly that, and it could take you anywhere from 30 seconds to 30 minutes, you will feel happy. Now, it's not going to override whatever problems you may have in your life. If you have something big and pressing going on, you're not just going to forget that, but it will put you in a better state of mind that'll help you solve those problems. If you're not actually feeling happy because you're just bored, well then yeah, you're going to feel happy at that point. Anyways, that's all I really have for you today. It's a little bit later in the day, and I have some more love to go practice for myself. So I thank you for being here. I want to remind you to just stay committed to yourself and what you've decided to do for yourself. Just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.